Hey guys, we're finally on X, so smash that follow button at Cartier Family, eating with the Z, for your daily dose of content. From video clips to exclusive behind the scenes stuff that we can't even post on YouTube. We'll be posting about politics, just random viral funny stuff, and sports, you name it. Also, our limited time merch is still up for grabs, so don't let it slip away. Join the hundreds of satisfied customers who have copped merch and shown us some love. Thanks so much for your support. It means a lot and it keeps the channel going.
Cartier Family got it figured out, bro.
One more thing, guys. One more thing. We made our official Cartier Family TikTok and think that we're potentially dealing with a shadow ban. So go follow the page, like, and leave a comment on all posts on TikTok. We're also doing a giveaway. All you have to do is follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Take a screenshot of you following us on all the apps, DM us down on Instagram, and you'll have a chance to win free merch. We appreciate you guys for all the support. Let's get into the video.
Here is my little 2 cents that nobody asked for. I am sick of seeing Black Americans in the media, on social media, in the news, doing crime, walking around next to naked, the women, the men perpetuating gang violence, substance abuse. The absolute worst of our community is oversaturating the media, even though they make up a small percentage of all of Black Americans. The decay of our morality within Black communities has been slowly declining over the past 20 years, and no one is talking about it, no one is saying anything about it or trying to address it. And if you do, you are often told that you're policing Black bodies. If you say Black women, stop getting on the internet and in the media, twerking, walking around with little clothes on. People tell you that you're policing bodies, policing Black bodies, or it's respectability politics. If you are Black and you speak your piece on what we're seeing in the media, if you don't like seeing the low morality that is often portrayed about the Black community in the media, from the trap music to the Black women twerking in music videos and all over social media, the Sukihanas and the Sexy Reds of the world. If you are Black and you take issue with it and you talk about it, you are usually called bourgeois, sedity, uppity, it's respectability politics, you're policing Black bodies and the like. And it's like, no, I'm Black too. And as such, this being my ethnic culture as well, I have a right to have something to say about what I'm seeing going on.
I'm like loving what she's saying right now. She's spitting facts. She's spitting facts.
Me posting the Turning Point USA picture just seemed a little like out of the norm of Black culture, man.
It is.
That's actually beyond sad.
It didn't seem, it is.
That's beyond sad.
You know, for real? That's crazy. A lot of people that was back at my hometown, they actually was happy about seeing that.
Well, yeah, of course they're happy because it's out of the norm.
I personally think that she's hitting the nail on the head, and you'll especially see like examples of what she's saying if you go on Twitter and you see a Black person that talks down on like the ghetto shit that you see on there. Because if you get on Twitter, there's fight pages full of Black people fighting. There's ratchet shit. And anytime I see any Black person object to it, they'll just get ganged up on like, oh, you're a coon. You're saying this for white people's acceptance. You're policing Black bodies, respectability, politics, all those things that she's saying. So I think it's facts. I think a lot of Black people just, rather than, it's easier for them to accept that someone else and everything else is the problem rather than them and our behavior is the problem.
Can we name one thing that people say that the Black community is good for in society besides sports?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Entertainment, I guess.
What do they, if they look at our communities, do they look at
Not
a
at the
good
community.
situation?
See, the communities where it gets tricky because all of the subculture people.
The subculture.
They take all the spotlight.
That's-
But then you do have a lot of like, what was it, the stat we saw? I forgot we saw some stuff, but like one of the most ethnic group or what is it called?
Educated.
Demographics, yeah. With degree is Black women.
Facts.
It's
But
just
look,
all the other shit outshines.
No,
it.
that's what I'm saying. That's what she's saying. The media is the problem.
No, I think she's right. Like you guys are right because the subculture people, as Thomas Sowell would say, is glamorized in the media and is uplifted. And a lot of Black people will, because it's popular and they're successful and making money, if you demonize them and try to tear them down and call a spade and call these people ghetto and ratchet and what they are, they get defensive because like, oh, this is a black person that's successful. Why you hating on a successful black person? Like, but like, yeah, they're successful, but like, look at what they're successful for.
Yeah.
Like, since when does that matter? That's like,
is bad.
that's like almost getting mad at someone for demonizing a porn star for being a porn star. Like, yeah, she may be famous and successful, but what she's doing is degenerate and harmful.
We don't celebrate things like school and
Getting married is
important things, you know. And, I mean, we celebrate it, but it's just like, I don't know.
it's not as celebrated as you think.
It doesn't look like.
I think people.
It's celebrated amongst families, I'd say. But like from a social aspect, like I don't think.
Bro, we can just leave it like this. When you think about a black culture, what are the things that you can name?
There are a lot
See,
of.
but the thing is, there is good things.
Like,
bro.
I'm not finna come on here and just say like all black culture is bad. There's a certain percent in demographic of black culture that's bad and harmful for literally everyone. Not only is it harmful for black people, it's harmful for everyone because everyone gonna look at that and they might think people who are not around black people at all are gonna see that like, oh, that's what black people do. So then they're just gonna think that of you. For a lot of people, they're completely not like that. So that's almost insulting.
I feel like every culture have a subculture. Ours just glamorize it. Immerse.
But this is
Ours
when
is just more popular.
when you know it's a part of the culture. So if you see a successful white guy or successful Asian guy, are you surprised by it? When you see a successful black guy, people raise that to a higher standard. And they're like, oh my gosh, wow, you know, that's hard to do as a black. So that obviously tells what people see about our culture. When they see black people,
black
they
people
don't
say
see
that about black people, you know?
I know.
So it's like everybody's, even their, like everyone's expectation is low.
Did y'all see where they ripped that actor Lakeith Stanfield for saying that hip hop is bad for black people? He was like, you can't really say you care about black people and at that same mouth say you support a lot of what's going on in hip hop. And people were trying to say he's a coon. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, yeah. The point I was about to make about that, the coon thing, bro. It's like if you, I feel like
go against the
black
grain.
People, black people only embrace. It's like if you tell what you believe is the truth, then they name call you.
They
That's
try to
a lot of
demean
the
you
left,
and ridicule
That's a
you and
left
smear you.
technique. A lot of black people vote left. So that I see, yeah, but still, that's just like I don't know. If a white person sees another white person doing wrong, most of the time, not in all cases, or Asian person sees another Asian person, they're not gonna be like, I'm gonna vouch for that behavior just because we're the same race. Like, no, they're gonna be like, no, that's wrong.
That's not a part of. That's not what I learned.
Man,
you know.
Yes,
I completely agree.
This being my ethnic culture as well, I have a right to have something to say about what I'm seeing going on. Your average black American is a middle class, working class, blue collar Jane and Joe. The ghetto subculture, black ghetto subculture that we see often portrayed and over inundated and oversaturating the media, those black Americans make up a tiny, tiny percentage of black Americans as a whole. But somehow they're in the media, overcompensating in the media, oversaturating the media. I know I don't just speak for myself when I say that I'm sick of seeing it, that it's gross, that it is destroying what black culture actually is. It's co-opting black culture as a whole and making it seem as though all of black culture is ghetto subculture. I'm not the only black American who takes issue with it. Because like I said, majority of black America is middle class, not in the ghettos, not out here perpetuating gang violence, promiscuity, and everything else. And I don't care if you claim it's respectability politics. I guess so be it. Because this is gross. It's getting really gross out here how blatantly disrespectful and low class we're acting on social media and in the media, on the internet, on TV. And you can claim that this is someone else's set of moral standards, but no, it isn't. It isn't. Look at Black America in the 50s, in the 60s.
Come on.
Our moral standards back then drastically different from what we have today, or what we're convincing ourselves is a moral standard today. Every racial group on the face of the planet has their own ghetto subculture within their respective racial and ethnic groups. This is the case for everybody, everywhere. White people, Asian people, Mexican people, you name it. The difference is that those racial groups and those ethnic groups do not allow their ghetto subculture to co-opt the entire culture as a whole and to represent the entire culture as a whole. They don't allow it. Everybody else within that respective ethnic group or cultural group or racial group has a right to say how they want to see themselves represented in the media, what they want to see and what they don't want to see, who gets to speak for them and who does not. Except for when you're a Black American and you have something to say about the way that you see Black Americans being portrayed in the media and you have a critique for your peers. You can't do it because it's respectability politics.
Man,
to do it.
She's spitting.
Or you're judging your peers by a set of moral standards that somebody else created, which is a farce. From the Reconstruction era down through the 60s, Black Americans had their own set of moral standards and social protocols that we adhered to. Ask your grannies, ask your great grannies. They'll tell me. I have had just about enough of seeing Black culture being drugged through the muck by other Black Americans who are perverting it and turning Black culture, something that is beautiful, into something perverse. Showing their ass on the internet all the time. The men are constantly rapping and talking about gang violence. Our children are uneducated and stupid. We've created a cultural standard of promiscuity and single motherhood.
Facts.
And when a Black American goes to critique and judge our peers, our fellow Black Americans, and critique the condition of our neighborhoods today, they're shut down. That's respectability politics. You're policing Black Americans. If that's what it is, so be it. So be it. It needs to be said. And in order for us to attempt to escape accountability or responsibility on our own part, we claim that the conditions that we see in Black communities is being caused by somebody else. It's not our own fault. It's white people and it's structural racism or something like
The white
that. It's
man.
everybody else's fault except for our own.
Hey, I told
Give me a
you,
break.
they want to
It's
believe it's
pitiful.
somebody else's
It's
fault.
pitiful that we refuse to
said
take
everything
accountability
you
for the things
said.
that we see going on in our communities. And sure, we can acknowledge that structural racism and the history of slavery in this country and discrimination and Jim Crow and Black codes and all of that has played a part in the conditions and some of the conditions that we see in Black communities. But we also have to be responsible for the ways in which Black Americans create their own conditions and contribute to the degenerative effects that we see going on in our communities.
She almost done.
Black Americans who don't want to hear that immediately run to innocence. They rush to innocence. They claim that it's respectability politics to call out these issues in our community. They claim that it's policing Black bodies to call out the low morality and the moral decay in our community. Call it whatever you want. You're not going to get me to shut up about it. I'm Black. This is my culture too. I have a right to talk about and critique what is happening in my culture and have something to say about it. That's all.
I wonder what they would say about her on The View. What would The View say about her? What would y'all
They
have
would,
to
they
say?
would try to
griffer.
smear her and tear her down, say she's wrong, and then they would blame it on white people and try to sow more division and try to get people to think that a lot of these conditions that we face as people are not our own fault, when a lot of it is our own fault. Like she said, a big thing for me that she said that was huge, single motherhood. What is it, like almost 70% of young Black kids born today are born with no father. And that's extremely even more alarming when you understand that a lot of the women that are having these children are single mothers. I just want to understand where is the problem. I actually was seeing people on Twitter were saying that having a baby is more is harder and like a bigger thing than getting married. Like this, your morals are backwards. It takes a village to raise a child.
That's
How
insane.
you gonna be a village and it's just you raising a child on your own? Children and babies need fathers. Men need to step up to the plate and be fathers.
Yeah, that is big on the men.
Larry Elder said a big thing about how having a father is so important. He said that when he was a kid, he was more afraid of getting in trouble and going home to his father than he was getting in trouble and being reprimanded at school. And I think that was big because I knew I can live with what I got in trouble with at school because it's not that big a deal. When I get home, I'm finna get my ass.
We know
whooped.
this. We know what the problem is.
We do.
I'm just
But
saying.
how do we fix
She
the
says
problem?
all the things we say.
How do we fix the
by
problem?
doing what we do and what she do, we speak the truth, bro. Say the truth. Don't just say things so that
Nigga,
people
you don't
like
think Martin Luther King spoke the truth?
You want to know something I
and
saw?
he made a change, nigga.
He got killed for it.
Hey
I
man,
mean, he ain't got killed for it, but he made a change.
I think a lot
shit
of what she
didn't
said
work.
is facts. What she said is facts. I'm sorry, I got to co-sign
I
what
think
she
every
said.
single word she said was a fact. It ain't a word I
she could've
disagree
took-
with.
I've always not liked this
She could've
low
said it
class
better.
ratchet behavior. I remember in Louisiana, I used to say when our teammates was acting ghetto, I'd be like, I don't know why y'all act like that. Oh, you're a whitewashed Black person. You just want to be like a white person.
They don't know no better, man. That's
All right,
the
whatever.
culture.
So
What the whatever, guys.
So how do we fix it, guys?
why we the only?
We gotta change the culture.
I'm just confused.
How do we do that?
How
By
we
doing
the
what we doing.
we the only culture that will make music
How else you do it?
and kill somebody.
We
'cause
don't
of
give a
music.
damn what people think. We're going against the grain. People who change the world, go against the grain. We change the world.
I don't know how
Low-key,
we
though.
touch it.
I
I
don't
think
know
really
what's
like
doing,
it is. It probably needs to start with the hip hop. I think if hip hop stopped,
I don't even think it's
my
just
God.
hip hop.
It's not just it.
It's
but
farther than that now.
I don't think hip hop is just the
That
problem.
is a big
Yes,
one.
I think hip hop is.
think about what you see on Twitter.
I think that's one of the problems, but there's such
I
a
think that's
bigger
one of the biggest
spectrum
problems.
people
of
are-
other
drill
things.
rap.
It's
Guys,
deep.
we have to be 100.
We have somebody kill
Bro,
your homie and
bro.
go
People
and make
are
a song
basing
about
their,
it.
It's
people
not
are
just
basing
hip-hop,
their
though.
appearance.
It's a lot of
on
fun.
hip-hop.
I think hip hop.
All these
I
things
think,
are true.
I think hip hop plays a factor, but
All these
it's
things are
way
true.
deeper than that.
So when
yeah,
hip hop,
all these things
okay,
are
so
true.
when hip hop had came, when did it start?
It's way deeper
When
than
did-
just hip hop, bro. When hip hop first started, they were not rapping about gang and
So when
violence
did NWA came?
in like the 90s, bro.
So and during the 90s, that's when we seen the increase of people going to jail, the rises of
I think
everything.
we're really-
There was a lot more.
One
There was-
thing we
bro,
do
to say
forget
to say
about-
that hip hop is just the sole problem
No,
is
no,
false.
no.
We
Not
said that
saying.
the parents is the sole problem, but we saying what can we can't stop the parents.
The
So
crack
what can we
epidemic-
stop?
I'm not saying the
The
parents.
crack
I'm saying
epidemic-
it's a plethora of things. Number one, we have to start taking accountability as a people. People don't
But
have
why don't we
accountability.
take accountability?
Because, bro,
the
it's
culture
easy-
doesn't take
Bro,
accountability.
it's because it's easier to believe that someone else is the problem than to look yourself in the mirror and
It's
say,
the respectability politics.
we are
you call
fucked
it.
up because I'm fucked up. It's easier, bro. Low class culture is glorified because people think that's being black. When you see someone acting dumb and low class and being a fucking fool, they say, "Why are you being black?" That's a fucking problem to me. That's insulting to me. Like, or someone's unarticulate being ghetto and speaking wrong. Oh, you're talking black. That's a fucking problem.
I just feel like
The fact that-
it's numerous of problems. We all know
Yeah,
that.
the- all these things are true.
I'm agreeing with y'all, but to say that those are just the sole
Hey,
problem.
I say that's the
I think-
biggest problem,
I would say
brother.
that's one of the bigger
Because
problems.
think
one of
about
the biggest-
when do we start selling drill
gotta
rap?
be
Bro,
top
I'm
three.
saying that's one of the bigger problems. I'm
They
not
gotta be top
arguing with
two.
you. There's no
You gotta
reason
be
for you to
top
argue
two.
with me.
we know that it's the father, but
I'm
we
not
can't,
about to
we can't
argue
stop
with
it.
Well,
you.
no, okay.
You can't stop a child for doing what they're
Father
gonna
is
do.
number one problem.
I'd say rap is.
Rap has got to be number two.
I'd say rap.
In my personal opinion, the number one problem in black community is the fatherless homes and children not having a good structure.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep it
that's number
100.
one.
I
That's
don't.
number one. We know that.
I'm gonna keep it
That's
100.
us too,
I'm gonna
then.
keep it 100.
What's
Number
two?
two?
People still
That's what
know
we said. We
without
said-
a father, a nigga to still know right from wrong. So that's
Yes.
that's why I can't say. Oh, I can't claim that. I'm gonna say.
So
but
we're gonna
I'll-
sit here and deny the facts. Like you're more likely to go to jail, be convicted of violent crimes and all these things
But
if you
it's-
don't have a father. So
But
we can
look,
sit here and say,
but
"Oh,
look
that
though,
doesn't
how
matter."
we gonna
But
argue
when-
about what's 1 and 2 though?
I'm not
Let's
saying
argue
we
because we
got
know
different
culture
opinions.
is the
Oh,
rap culture.
yeah,
So
Okay,
we know that it's-
I'm-
I'm
But it
gonna
doesn't
tell you.
matter.
I'm gonna tell you my number one problems. I'm gonna tell you my personal
You
number
just
one
said
problems.
what your number one problem was.
You said 1 and 2. I'm about to give you 2. You keep talking
Yeah,
every
you
time I
said
try to say
structure.
2.
You said structured and after, but that's the same thing. as
No,
the
that
father,
wasn't.
though.
That goes
So
in
what's your
with
two
the-
then? What's your two then?
Having a structure is having a family. That's a
Okay,
good
yeah.
structure.
So what's
Is it
two
not?
then?
Okay,
So
that's
what's two
one.
then? What's two then?
Probably the subculture that's
Nigga,
been
that's what we
glorified.
saying. That's what we, that the subculture is
That's
rap.
the rap. Yeah.
No, subculture is bigger than just rap.
What is
rap-
it?
It's
What
bigger
is
than
it?
just rap.
That's the
It's
rap,
bigger
bro.
than just rap. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's a
So
cop
what
out
is
to
it,
say
though?
that.
What
Bro,
is it, though?
the behavior, things that people think,
But
oh, that's
where you
being
get
black,
that from?
ratchet, being sagging they pants. Bro,
They
it's
get
a
that
lot
from
of
rap.
things
Where they get that?
from.
They get
It's
that
a lot
from
of
rap.
things they
They
get
get
They
it
get
from.
that from
There's a
rap.
lot of things they could get it from.
Nigga, that's the only how anybody can get that shit right now.
Okay,
Is from
keep
rap.
believing that.
That's how
Because
they
in the
get it.
90s,
That's
like
what
think
it
about
is.
believe in
it.
that.
When rap came out,
Okay.
we could look at the
Okay.
stats when crime
Keep
and
believing
everything
that.
for our people. It went
Right.
up.
Believe in
It's
that.
got to be
Bro,
correlated.
It's
so
correlated.
much.
It's correlated.
It's
bro.
so much. So you
think
think-
about drill rap, my brother.
Bro, that's one thing, bro.
Like,
It's a
think
plethora
about it.
of things.
From
It's
what
a
I think,
plethora of things.
I think it is,
What
yeah.
I personally have seen,
It's
It's a
rap,
plethora
bro.
of things.
I have seen men
So
in
y'all
the
just think
hood
you think
glorify rap more than anything
because they're
on this
stupid.
planet.
They're stupid and not
So that's
smart.
why when I say if we take that
But
away,
even you don't even see a white person who is in a good situation here rapping and start committing crimes. That shows
because
it's
of rap, rap's
it's-
number 2, bro.
It's influential.
I think rap
It's
is number
clearly
Say
one.
subculture is
influential.
too.
So y'all think rap is all subculture?
Yes.
Yes.
90%.
So like black
Well,
kids being like
today, rap today, not original
See,
rap.
but when you
rap
say-
So
today.
I'm just saying
But
like,
you
but
saying
y'all
when you-
think rap is driving the subculture. Y'all
Yes.
think that's the number one thing?
yes.
Oh,
Brother.
Yes.
But when
Okay.
you say that a kid's acting bad, that's because he ain't got no daddy. We know that's number one. Okay, he ain't got no daddy. His daddy ain't telling him not to listen to the rap. But you know, if you're gonna get influenced by the rap, that's the thing that come up next. Who's your next daddy? The headphones. YB.
You put it in, bro.
That's your
They
next
said
daddy.
the music is a gateway to your soul. It's true.
If you're not playing sports, that's your next daddy.
kids who no daddy, don't know no better. All y'all listening to this music, then a couple of y'all start doing it, you're more likely to engage in that behavior straight up. So that's how the rap is driving it. Rap is the number 2 problem after the the family thing to me.
Well, I just say.
And
that.
we blame. All right, I ain't gonna just point. I ain't gonna blame the Democrats, but the Democrats, man, they're.
I'm gonna say this, bro. In my opinion,
'Cause it's-
I still
but
But now
believe
it's on us too, though.
Yeah, no,
We gotta take some
we're the number one one problem, and then I blame them.
No, I'm not even talking about that because I'm talking about like Republicans, black Republicans, bro, because we gotta Just keep it 100 and call a spade a spade. Not even a black Republican, but just a
people-
black
people keep it
person.
100 though, bro.
Black people just need to keep it real and say that these things are problems. The kid, like, because if you continue to blame it on racism and the white person, like, what law are you waiting for to be passed for the racism? Like, what are you waiting to happen? You know, it's like it's
a big thing with me with that also is like a lot of people will out their same mouth say, oh, white people are racist, they destroyed our society. Not that same mouth demand these racist white people who destroy society pay reparations to fix all your problems.
That's a whole nother.
I really don't understand what they think throwing money at the problem's gonna be.
It's
like,
not gonna work.
like they've increased school spending in a lot of these poor districts, and the kids are still stupid and failing. I don't understand what people think.
money
throwing
is
money
money.
is
I
gonna
keep
fix.
the dad in the
Democrats a
home.
lot, bro, because it's like it's the fact that y'all tried to keep the black people in y'all back pocket.
They're dead right
y'all,
now.
Y'all lied.
You right.
Y'all
You dead
lied.
right.
I mean, I ain't gonna say they lied to them. You know, they could have.
They tricked them.
Yeah, they tricked them,
You-
and then
you right.
they pushing
was
all
right.
this. I ain't gonna say they're pushing the rap, but then that's getting. Then y'all telling.
Well-
you know what I'm saying? They might be. But I'm saying then and then y'all backdoor when y'all know that these kids are gonna fall into this subculture. Y'all are
Exactly.
telling them to point the finger.
Yeah. It's
So
like
that's
a
why
cycle.
it's like, you know,
Like, get
that's
them in
why
that
I can't-
cycle. Get them in the
Democrats
system.
are up there for sure, man.
Like at the end of the day,
That's crazy.
I'm gonna forever blame the music because
definitely
after
a huge
seeing
problem.
Megan Thee Stallion get an award from Parenthood, rappers doing all this stuff with drill rap with people killing each other.
Like, but people say
So,
smoking
I don't
too
know. Because everybody know right from wrong,
No, look
bro.
though. We came up like, I ain't gonna say y'all was watching award shows and shit like that, but black people, that's all they glorify, bro. Like that's literally all they glorify. I mean, it's some homes,
Subculture.
yeah, some homes that are different, but I would say, bro, at least 80% of the homes, and they're glorifying what's on their BET screen for sure.
That's crazy.
That is true, bro.
Seeing Lil Wayne duffel bag boy.
You
I
ever
didn't
watch
seen it.
Rise?
I didn't see it.
Nah.
You didn't see the movie Rise?
Nah.
I didn't see it. But hey, this lady, she 100%
So what do we do then?
cooked, brother. It's nothing.
It's
we
too
can
far
do.
gone.
It ain't something we can do.
It's
Nothing
too
we
far
can do.
gone, bro.
Look,
It's
if
nothing.
these headphones is on and it's a phone and it's young boy, if it's Young Jeezy, if it's any of these rappers and they
Little.
we're done. Until that's solved. The father, okay, that can solve it all. Because your father can tell me, my daddy was
But
telling
you
me
can
when I was
still-
a kid,
but-
hey son, stop listening to that shit like that.
But
like,
still,
hey,
people
I hope
still
you know
gonna do
they
what they
lying.
wanna do,
You can
though.
listen to it for entertainment, but they lying. So I know in my head that they're lying. But if you ain't got no daddy telling you that, then
you
you
don't know
could.
no better.
But I'ma keep it
But
100.
then we take it away. then
You
they
can still have your daddy tell you that, and they're gonna still do what
can't,
they want to
you
do.
can't,
That's
you
what I'm
can't.
trying to say. You
But
can't.
it's more
People still
likely-
tell you right from wrong, and
bro,
people
but
still choose
I'm not
what
gonna
they
lie.
do.
I'm not gonna lie. Even if you have a father in your home that's giving you good structure, your chances of success in life go up
Yes,
very
bro.
greatly.
It's
So I'm not gonna
definitely-
sit here and say having a dad, you're still likely to be less.
No, it's definitely different situations that
I think
happen,
that's very
you know?
situational.
Yeah, it is. But
It's-
we're
we
talking
talking
about
statistics.
from the jump for the culture. When you're looking at a culture, bro, you just look at what are their principles and what do they do.
I think
why the Indians
for black people
and the
amongst
Asians-
black people, the standard of things is just very low. The standard is low. Like you can graduate not graduate high school, still get respect. I mean, that's frowned upon in a lot of cultures. You can have a baby out of wedlock and still get respect. That's frowned upon in a lot of cultures. I mean, there's a lot of things that we just allow to just happen, and we just allow it to continue rather than setting a standard for our people. I mean, like, why are our women going out in a club with their ass cheeks
Yeah,
out?
like I said, yeah. Like you,
Why
all we gotta go.
are our men walking around with their ass out?
Go
And
to
that's
black
just,
events.
That's just what black people do.
Go to black events, and then that is what black culture is. Go to an Asian event, that's what Asian.
I don't
Go to
know,
white
man. I just
that's
have a
what they're-
different
you know what I'm
opinion,
saying?
man.
But different areas have different cultures. Like, you know, we might got the cowboys over here, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta see, like, you
Yeah, I see what
know,
you're saying.
you gotta go into those spaces.
I've
And
just
then
been,
you'll know what their
I've
culture
been in
is.
a lot of spaces
It's
with
just-
a lot
it's
of
bad.
black people who are
There's
not
no way you can
ratchet
say
and just
that-
carry themselves with
Yeah,
a standard
but
of conduct. So
that's so
when
rare.
I think of, no, it's not rare, bro.
It is rare,
No,
bro.
it's not.
I have
See,
been
and
across this world.
Thinking that is
That
rare is
is
the
rare.
problem. But you know, I'm in
Hey,
I'm in
I'm
black
telling you the
organizations
truth,
and
man.
stuff,
It's the
and
problem, but it's
I've
the
been in
thing.
black enrichment organizations and been around. I was in Jack and Jill, which is a
How many
black
people
thing
be
for black-
there?
Can I talk? Damn, there's a
just
lot of
asking.
families in Black and Bill. It's nationwide. I've been
Yeah,
to
that's what
multiple
you know.
events.
That's
I'm a
what- that's her
Kappa. We go
problem is,
to
though.
nationwide events.
She
I've been
wish-
around black
she's
people
saying
who are successful.
that
So
she wished
my
that was black
opinion-
culture, but that's
that
not
is
black
black
culture.
culture.
That's what we want it to be.
She
That's what
literally
it
just
should be.
said most
That's what
black.
it is.
No, you guys aren't listening because you guys weren't listening. She said most black people are middle class and have 2-parent homes,
Okay,
but
well,
the
yes.
low
That's
percentage
what our
of
culture
ratchet
is.
and ghetto is what's promoted mostly. So me personally, based on my experience in life, where I've been around multiple black people with 2-parent homes and live good,
That's rare,
that's
my
normal
brother.
to me. That's normal black people
That's
to
what I'm
me.
saying.
When I get around people who are low
See,
class
I mean,
and
yeah,
act a fool, I'm gonna get on their ass. They've always got on me for that my life. People, oh, you got 2 parents. All right, I'm good. You ain't gonna make me feel bad for my parents put me in a good situation to be successful. But that's not rare.
I have been in the military.
It may be rare to you
It
based
might be
on your
right.
experience in life, but to me, that's not number one.
Yeah, but we
lived-
talking
It's
about the
normal.
majority of
I
black
lived
I'm
in
talking about
multiple
majority of black
states.
people. There's thousands of millions of black people.
I lived in multiple
that
states.
can co-sign what I'm saying.
And seen multiple parents work in the military, and
But
I
we
seen
can
a
talk
lot.
about situations.
I know what I'm saying,
Situational.
but I'm saying majority of the kids I have seen that was in the military with a single family home, they was well.
That's great.
They what?
Single parent home.
I seen majority of military kids that's my color are single parents homes in the military. Majority of them.
And are they?
And
Are
majority
many of them
when I
very
live
successful?
outside of
But
that,
look,
outside of that
let's
stuff.
keep it 100. We can look at the stats. 67% of black people don't have a dad. So that.
That's what I'm saying. It's
But
rare.
it's okay.
There
As
are-
far as
but
the
there's
middle
still
class
other-
point, though, that might actually be the real culture, and then this stupid culture is getting promoted.
It's
I
taking
definitely,
over.
but at the end of the day,
She said most black people are middle
I
class.
agree with her. Yeah,
I grew up
and
around
I
middle
agree
class
with that.
black kids
But
with
at the
two
end
parents.
of the day, when
Most-
someone looks on paper and they, you know what I'm saying, what does our culture align with? That's what they're gonna say. I mean, too bad.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry
agree.
that it's being
No, that's
promoted.
facts. That's
I
facts.
wish that
That's
but-
facts,
but,
and that's
you
the
know,
problem. That's why I say the subculture is the number 2 biggest problem outside of
Because like if we go ask
fatherlessness.
our neighbor and they say, "Hey, pull up a black culture moment," they're gonna pull up a moment that that they think is black culture, but then they gonna look at us like we goddamn unicorns.
Most black people are Democrats, and Democrats tell black people white people are evil. You should be afraid of white people. You can't be successful without this pat on the ass. And
They
a
number
lot of
three.
a lot of black kids and parents
They're number three.
go through life hearing that shit, and they really believe that shit. So now they think
Number
I
three.
can't be successful
Racism.
because I'm black. I'm handicapped in life because I'm black. White people are against me and evil, and all this
Liberals
all this
their
stupid
minds.
shit.
Liberals tell them that,
And
That's-
a
that's
lot
what
of
I'm
black
saying.
people believe that shit. I think that is
know?
one of the biggest problems. Well, that's probably my top 3: fatherlessness, the subculture, and that dumbass motherfucking rhetoric. Excuse my French.
I'll put subculture
But I'm
first.
mad.
But yeah, you know what I'm
First.
saying?
Subculture is all of it to me.
To be
To
honest,
me,
man.
it's the father, hip hop, Democrats.
See, but
In
maybe
that
that's
order.
what I'm saying. Though maybe I'm looking at our culture different because of my algorithm. But
We're
we
all
can-
looking
we
at
can
it
look
from
as
our
far as-
perspectives, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Though, exactly.
Like in
But-
my perspective, I'm gonna keep 100. Back home, more than likely, black people live in the hood. White people don't. That's just what I seen.
But
But
I'm
we
gonna keep
talk about the
it.
way they act. We ain't got to talk
I'm
about
gonna say
where they
this
live.
also.
We talk about
It's a lot of people that do have
the way
fathers.
people are acting.
It's not-
see,
it's not
with
wrong.
that saying that I'm not trying to say that to be disrespectful, but what I'm saying is the way people are acting is impacting where we are financially. You see what I'm
Facts.
saying? Because it's the culture.
Facts.
We act is the culture, and we're talking about how the culture impacts why we're down low. So
But-
that's what I'm saying. You
Or,
see?
is she right
The
on
culture,
that
the
statement?
culture affects a lot of things. It's also very normalized amongst black people to get abortion, which is why when you look at the demographics increasing in years past, black people will stay at 12% of the population, and every other demographic is subject to change and growth in some way, except black people. That's another thing that you're gonna see. So not only are we not growing as a demographic, we're stagnant and
Who's heavy
staying-
pushing those?
Hey,
The Dems.
libs. You know, this is why I think it's.
just
I think
gotta make it not be cool to
We
No,
done
I
cracked the code.
I think it's
She
really
said all
crazy.
this shit though, y'all.
Yeah,
We
she
didn't mean
did.
to stretch this
Yeah,
out,
yeah, yeah.
but she kept it 1,000.
You know, I think it's really crazy that it's wrong. People demonize black people for being Democrats. Being Republicans. But when you look at a lot of things that are morally Republican, like religious Christianity, religiousness, 2-parent homes, marriage, working your way up, I believe in all those things. So I don't understand why just having like a simple baseline of traditional values and things like that
That's
is
why
so
Democrats
demonized
number
amongst
3
black people.
in the problems
Because
of
it's not
black
the-
people.
it's not the
Something in
norm
po-
for your people.
Exactly.
Hey, that's the
why they're
norm of
number
what I
3.
was raised
That's
in,
why
man.
they're number
That's
3.
it. I agree with your
That's
rankings.
why they're
I
number
agree
3.
with that ranking.
Father, hip hop, Democrat.
Boom.
That's the problem.
I
Subculture.
agree. And
That
all
nigga,
those
that's the
are
same
under.
thing,
They're all
dog.
under.
No, I'm saying
the
that's
umbrella of-
subculture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
this shit, yeah, man.
Damn, man, we cracked the code, but we've been cracked.
Yeah.
But I got some. Y'all gonna say I'm tweaking, but okay. When I have been in with people that actually have fathers that's in the project and stuff, they fathers are,
Yeah.
So they imitate that. So
Well, we count
so
that.
how,
we count
how
that.
can you
we
saying
count
the
that as a
fathers are in the
non-father.
home?
We count that as a non-father.
But some people have their father that's in the home that's doing that.
Bro, but
Yeah.
why are you talking about a situation, bro?
No,
Okay,
that is a
I'm
big-
keeping it
that is a
at
big
100. I'm
thing.
keeping it at
What?
100.
What?
Like
I
saying
ain't
that
gonna
the
lie,
father
I-
is in the home, he's leading them the wrong way.
I'm not gonna
Like,
lie.
to
I had
gangbang
some
and-
friends.
father.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
Number
I had friends that grew up in the
That-
hood
that's
with their
the-
dad
that's
at
under
home
father also,
that was
yeah.
actively trying to push them to do better.
Because you usually when somebody's in the
Bro.
streets and they get out and they have a kid, they tell their kid do not do this shit because it's not.
Even still, like even when I knew kids that grew up in the hood, when I lived in the hood, when I was in the hood, there was kids with dads, and their dad was trying to help them be better. A lot of the problems was that pops ain't go to college and didn't have no money, and he wasn't making that much money,
Yeah, but-
which is
but-
why they was in the hood. It wasn't that dad was gangbanging in the hood too.
Though.
It's very situational facts.
That's
but
why
I'm just saying, like I'm just pointing out the latter to what he said. Like there's kids who got dads in their home and they thugging, but I've seen the opposite, that their parents just wasn't making money, which is why they was in the hood.
I don't know. It is situational.
All this is just very much situational. Because she's right.
I live in the hood myself.
She's right.
Yeah, no. If that's true, and a lot of black people are middle class, and we're I think it's about 50-50. We can look up the stat.
Yeah.
What is middle class if
with inflation, middle class damn near no.
Because they said the average house income for black people is $50K. So
for black people,
yeah, they said that.
But her point
middle
is,
class now is
we're supposed to be Black American culture because we're unicorns on YouTube apparently. So what does that tell you, buddy? When you look on YouTube and you look up what black people are doing on YouTube,
20 versus 1, stupid shit like
that's
that.
That's our culture. I was gonna say, man, what is already supposed to do without that ass?
Did y'all see that trend on TikTok?
But I didn't want to be that.
Did y'all see that trend on TikTok? Y'all see that trend on TikTok where there was like things I'm afraid to admit as a black person, and they was all talking about I don't like ghetto black people, and then people was like, oh, you're racist, disrespectability, that's white supremacy.
What is Meg the Stallion supposed to do with all that ass though? Like I'm sorry.
I still can't get over it. She got a reward from Planned Parenthood.
I'm sorry, them guys. Yeah,
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood. They gave her a whole.
man.
Let's
Let's
talk
this
to
out.
guys.